Okay, so welcome guys. If you're watching this video, it means you're a new member to Krav Maga Somerset. So welcome. We truly appreciate you taking your trust in us and joining our club. You may hear a little bit of noise in the background of this video. We've actually got a seminar with some of our members today. So it's a nice seminar. We've got members from our Taunton, Bridgewater and Wells Club just working through some foundational techniques. So what I'm going to quickly introduce, we've got recording a series of videos for you as part of a beginner's course. So part one of the series is going to be combatives, i.e. striking with various parts of the body. Okay, and we're looking at knee strikes and hand strikes for this part of the video series. So broadly, the video is going to consist of introductions to Krav Maga. We're going to cover basic stances and movement. We're going to look a little bit of the principles of the system. And then we're going to look at striking to vulnerable parts of the body. And once we've done that, we're going to get into some techniques. Palm striking, knee strikes, combine it all into one little technique at the end. So that's some nice little bit of foundation stuff to introduce you to the club and introduce you to Krav Maga. So you may be wondering, where does Krav Maga come from? So actually this system was developed by a guy called Imi. He was actually born in Eastern Europe in the 30s, and he developed the system in Europe during the rise of Nazi occupation. Okay, as a Jewish person, as all Jews at the time were being persecuted, he developed this system based on his experience as a boxer, as a wrestler and as an offender to quite a high level standard, and he developed all those knowledge and background into one system to deal with all types of threat, whether it's a standing threat, someone's trying to choke you, someone's trying to punch you, or you get pushed to the floor. Okay, and this is just called Krav Maga, combat contact. So imagine being a Jew in the Second World War in Eastern Europe. It wasn't a great place to be. So this system was developed with a group of friends who knew to protect their local communities against Nazi occupation and people like brown shirts and demonstrations. And he used this. You imagine there is no option to tap out. There's no option to give up. The only option you've got is to literally fight for your life. Okay, and that's the background of this system as we go through. It's really important we understand that. Nobody's going to come in to help you potentially. You've got to do what you need to do as much as you can to escape as fast as you can. Remember, we don't fight in the system. We do enough to escape. We do enough to get away to safety as fast as we can. Really, really important to understand that. So broadly, the system is broken into three main principles. First principle, stop the threat. Whether it's a punch, a kick, someone tries to grab you around the neck, or tries to put you in some sort of hold or bear hug, we've got to have a solution to stop that attack developing any further. Okay. Once we've done that, the second principle is to strike with as much force as we can to vulnerable parts of the body. Okay. We just call this combatives. Whether I'm striking with my hands, using punches or palm strikes, I'm striking with my elbows, I'm driving my knee into the groin, maybe headbutts, maybe putting fingers in eyes. Okay. We just call this combatives. The purpose of that combatives is to change their mindset. Change that person's mindset from attacking you to self-preservation as fast as you can. And the first principle then clearly is, once I've done all that good work for defending myself, we've got to get to safety. So we can just call this disengage and escape, making sure that you're checking your surroundings as much as you can. So stop the threat, immediate combatives, disengage and escape, and there are guiding principles of the system.